collecting some high praise yesterday. Hall of Famer Tracy McGrady says he feels Tatum has potential to be just as good as Kevin Durant. McGrady said he thinks Tatum has the ability to win multiple championships and league MVPs. How's that for a little JT shine, huh? Shannon, you've always been a big proponent. Do you agree or disagree?
Skip, I'm with him up until that Kevin Durant part. Kevin Durant is a top 12 player currently as we sit here. And there's a chance, I don't see him slowing up. There's a chance he can move into the top 10. Another MVP, another final, something of that nature, Skip. He can move into the top 10. I do believe Jayson Tatum can win an MVP. I do believe he can be the best player on a championship-winning team. The only thing that Jayson Tatum, and maybe I'm a little off, Skip, I'm a little harder on him, but once you step back and you realize he's 24. I mean, think about it. How old Jordan was when he won his first title? How old was LeBron when he won his first title? How old was Giannis when he won his first title? How old was Kevin Durant when he won his first title? Jayson Tatum was 24. If you wanted to win a title, Skip, he won at 24. I mean, you got to go back to Magic Johnson. And Magic is an anomaly. I don't believe you're ever going to see what Magic Johnson did as a rookie, win Finals MVP. Skip, that's probably never going to happen again. And just be thankful if you were old enough to remember and you were alive when that actually happened. But, Skip, if you look at him, the thing that I think is holding Jayson Tatum back is consistency. Skip, I watched him go get 46 in an elimination game against Giannis. I watched him go get 39 on the road against Kevin Durant. He dropped 60 in a ball game against your Spurs. So I know he's a bucket getter. It's just consistency. Because I watch him go get you 32, and then I watch him give me 12 with 7 turnovers. That's the thing. That's the next step in the evolution and the maturation process of Jayson Tatum becoming a full-fledged superstar. Not a budgeting, not on the cusp, not have a table and not have a chair in the room, not have a chair with his name on it. The next step is the consistency of Jayson Tatum doing what I know Jayson Tatum is capable of, and he'll be right there. Kevin Durant, whoo, man, that's a tall order, Skip. I believe he can be, Skip, and just because you're not the best player in the league, that doesn't mean you're not a great player. Because there have been guys that's the MVP, and people didn't think they were the best player in the league. So that's not a knock on JT. That's not a slap in the face, because you think about what he's up against. Skip, it's not like Luka's 33. Hell, Giannis is only, 26, 27. And you still got somebody, and Nikola Jokic is right there. So I believe he can win a championship. I believe he can be the best player on a championship. I believe he can eventually be a top 5 player. I just don't know, because at one point in time, you believe Kevin Durant was the absolute best player in the league. I think Jayson Tatum can get there. I just don't know if he can beat Kevin Durant.
I concur. That's where Tracy McGrady lost me. But I keep telling you across the table, because you now own this young man's jersey, number 0.
Yeah.
I keep telling you, I keep trying to like him. I keep trying to love him, and he won't let me love him, because he is wildly, erratically inconsistent.
Yeah.
You have to ride the Jayson Tatum roller coaster, and it goes way up and way down to the bottom, because when he hits bottom, he just hits it. And we can no longer classify him as an NBA baby, because he has now completed 5 regular seasons.
Yeah.
So he's only 24, but he's played 5 regular seasons. So it's like Luka, who came from pro basketball in Europe. Obviously, you have to be careful, because he's played so much basketball. You have to grade him as a entering veteran kind of player. He's going into his prime now. He's entered it, right?
Okay.
He has a veteran label, because when you played 5 NBA seasons, that's a lot.
But Skip, they say the NBA prime is not between the age. You say it's between the ages of 27 and 32.
Okay,
so
but
theoretically,
I'm doing it on years, just seasons
Okay.
played. I mean, you should be entering your prime right now.
he ain't even hit it yet.
Okay. Well, I hope not, because Game 3 at Milwaukee, it's an eyesore. It was 4 of 19 and 0 for 6 from 3. And then Game 3 at home against Miami, 10 points.
Didn't he atone for those?
3.
Didn't he atone for those?
1 of 7. 3.
Did he atone? You told me earlier, if a guy plays bad in the game and he has atonement, You know, it's okay.
Okay, but he had an abysmal game to start these finals.
Yeah.
Help me out. What was it? I can't remember.
He was 3 of 17.
3 of 17. Okay, so here I got it right here. 3 of 17 in game 1 against Golden State, at Golden State. So he atoned with a very good first half, and then his second half was 1 of 3.
No.
Was that atonement?
No.
1 of 3?
No, Skip. See, in the 3 of 17, he didn't shoot well. He played well. He had 13 dimes. 9 of them led to 3-pointers. You see what he did there, Skip?
I can't remember one of those 13.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He found a reason. He found another way to help contribute to winning. A lot of times, guys that can score the basketball like a Jayson Tatum, if they're not scoring, they go into the tank, and they don't know any other way to help a team win
So
other
I'll
than
just
scoring.
hot potato the basketball to somebody who has a hot hand from 3, because my team is in the process of making 21 threes in game 1, and of those 21, I might be able to cash in with 13 assists.
Hey, he drew the double team, kicked it, guy was hot.
Hot. Okay. How often is Jayson Tatum hot? Well, sometimes, and other times not so hot.
Well, he shot 38% from the 3 this year. Is that good? He averaged 27 for the season. Is that good? He's 24. He just turned, as a matter of fact, he just turned 24 March 5th. So the man was the man a baby. That's what you do all the time. He a baby.
And yet he is running away with the turnover lead in the postseason. And it's just horrendous. He's 23 clear of second place on the list. Who is his teammate, Jaylen Brown?
Yes.
23 clear, so it's 83 to 60. He has 83 turnovers through the playoffs so far.
And that's a part of the maturation process, Skip, of growing up, understanding you got to value the basketball.
Or is it just who you are?
That ain't who he is. You gonna find out. I tell you what, I bet you'll find out on Thursday. I bet you'll find out tomorrow night who he really
The
is.
Miami stats, game 1, he had 7 turnovers, and then game 3, he had 6 turnovers.
What happened?
Game 6, he had 7 turnovers. He had 4 in the fourth quarter.
It seemed like
Are you kidding me?
It seemed like you could only count in uneven numbers. You go 1, 3, 5. You ain't tell me what happened in 2 and 4.
I told you got to ride that roller coaster.
Yeah,
And then you
exactly.
get all the way to game 7 against Miami. It's teetering. Last 4:28. No touches, no shots. I don't know where he went. Sometimes he
Where were your
just
point guard?
breaks.
Where your point guards?
He was
Hey.
He was shooting. That's where he was. Marcus Smart said, "Give me the damn ball and get out of my way."
No. We don't need that. We need him to say, "Hey, JB Jason, hey, get out and I'm gonna get you a good shot."
All right, and this brings me to my final conclusive point on your young man, 5 years into the league, Jayson Tatum. If we're going to go Kevin Durant is simply the weirdest mix I've ever tried to figure out when it comes to the mix of thin-skinned and cold-blooded. Because in the biggest games, and you've had a lot of anti-Kevin stats, but in the Olympics, he was just flat-out cold-blooded. Give me the ball and get out of my way.
Right.
And there have been many times in finals games, game 3s in LeBron's house, where he just said, give me the ball, I got this, and he shot it right in LeBron's grill and made it. Yeah. So my point is, does Jayson Tatum have that cold-blooded in him? I don't know.
But Skip, I mean, he gets an opportunity to show you. I've watched him in the playoffs. I watched him against Milwaukee. I watched him have big games against your Nets. The Nets were the prohibitive favorites to win the title this year. They took them down in 4. Thus far, they're the only team to get swept. So only one team got swept in the 2022 playoffs. One.
Okay, I got that.
So
are you sure Jayson Tatum is that guy? Are you sure about the body language? It looks pouty. It looks shrinky to me. It looks like he's not sure of himself.
He's sure.
Really?
Skip, all he has
is underconfident.
Consistency.
Underconfident.
The
Seems
only
like
thing,
a really good kid.
The only thing he's missing is consistency. And with consistency comes with maturity.
Does he have supreme confidence?
Yes.
No.
Yes. The man went to Duke. With all those other...
So that's it.
No, but Skip, it takes a special person to go and to know that you're not going to be the only one. And say, you know what? I go in there piranha, but I'm a bigger piranha. And I'll devour them if I have to.
What do you always tell me about Duke's history in the NBA? It's not that great.
It wasn't. But since Kyrie, and now you got B.I., and you got JT, and you got Zion if he can stay healthy. But you know what they were before. I mean, other than Grant Hill, Elton Brand had an okay career. But Grant Hill was going to be special. Grant Hill would have been a top 75 player. He would have been.
Not healthy.
Not healthy. But these young guys, the last 5 or 6 years, Skip, They put out some NBA All-Stars now. You got Kyrie, you got B.I., you got JT. Zion has been to the All-Star game.
Well, I hope his number doesn't wind up being his number of rings. 0.
Just temporarily. He's going to have to change it. He already put a request in.
Has he?
Yeah, but next year going to
Maybe
be
for 4 when he wins his 4th ring.
I don't know about all that, but hey, you know what? You be JT.
Well, guys, the
JT, I got you.
Celtics faithful are clamoring to see JT in person and the rest of the Celtics. Tickets for tomorrow night's game, record-breaking prices. Cheapest seat in the house, over $700. What? All right. Will Klay Thompson have a big bounce-back game tomorrow night? Speaking of Game 3, Skip and Shannon are going to dive into that one up next.